If your hand gets numb or sore when playing FPS games or when working at your desk for extended periods, the Carpio 2.0 from Deltahub can help you do both while reducing the numbing or sore sensation. So let's start with the build. The Carpio 2.0 comes in an unconventional opening case, which makes the product feel expensive, but ultimately the Carpio 2.0 itself is a molded frame with PTFE Teflon feet on the underside and a silicone padding to cup the rest of your palm. None of which are bad and help serves the purpose of relieving stress from the wrists. You can also get both the left and right hand versions to replace an entire keyboard wrist rest. But do they work for gaming? Yes and no. Let me explain. But the short of it is, it's not great for arm aiming with low sensitivity. The reason I first got the Carpio was because my wrist was getting sore while playing Apex or CSGO. This happened shortly after I switched to using a hard mousepad. I realized I was pressing onto the table really hard when I was in a firefight, as I primarily used my wrist to pivot with my fingertips to aim due to really high sensitivity. When using the Carpio 2.0, my wrist was no longer able to plant itself firmly to pivot my wrist, and instead I was sliding forward when I pushed down hard enough. As you'd imagine, it's not really great while aiming. However, it did force me to use my arm when aiming and my wrist for the fine adjustments. It took a couple of weeks to get used to, and now it's very pleasant to use. And the soreness of my wrist was relieved. On top of that, my aim was better mostly because of the addition of my arm aim, but that is also because of the Carpio 2.0. For the first few days though, this made my shoulder and arm a little sore as I wasn't used to moving my entire arm that fast. You can use the Carpio when in fingertip or claw grip, and it doesn't create any interference as most of my mice hit the palm right above the Carpio. How about for work and browsing? Well, mostly yes. When first using the Carpio 2.0 at work or just browsing, there were some issues, mainly because I use mechanical keyboards which are relatively tall compared to the Carpio 2.0's height, where it kept hitting either the Windows key or the Control key when trying to get to the top of the keyboard, mainly the F row or the number 6 when touch typing. Another snag is when you have a dedicated mousepad. The Carpio 2.0 is not able to climb onto thicker pads. If you are using a thin hard pad, this is not an issue moving back and forth. You can also hop the Carpio 2.0 onto the mousepad, but tendency is one would need sweaty palms to pull that off. The Carpio 2.0 is especially useful when looking for an ergonomic solution that has a small footprint, like traveling with a laptop and a mouse, and even when you have a small desk space and need to stow away the keyboard and mouse to use the desk. All in all, you can actually use the Carpio 2.0 when in gaming and work. It's easily stowable even as a full wrist rest and lower maintenance compared to getting a thick, comfortable desk pad that collects dust and sweat over time. But if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and have a nice one.